Hey, good evening, everyone.
Hi!
Welcome to Dice Legenz. Hey, so today we got something different. We're not running episode 5 tonight. That's actually happening on Sunday, noon if you're here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, or in the afternoon on Saturday if you're in North America, or the middle of the night, I guess you're in the UK, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, UK.
Are they 12 hours behind us?
I think there's a 13-hour difference at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does that make it 11 or 1 a.m.?
It's late. If you're a night owl, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah. But anyway, so it's great to have you with us. Thanks for popping along. So what we're going to be doing today is it gives us an opportunity, because we've had this change in schedule, of having a chat with the cast, and we've got a guest.
Hi.
Andre is here.
Hello.
Hi, Andre.
So Andre
Happy to be
is the clever artist that did our character art. And if I'm going to try to see if I can pull up. All right, some of his art's going to start scrolling through in the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
No, we are not going to be looking at the screen. We'll be
Oh,
looking
sorry.
at So Andre, he did our character art for us. He does a whole lot of, has a nice style, so we're going to be having a chat with him about the processes and that kind of stuff, but we're just hanging around and chatting as well. So I'm going to get distracted if that's on there. As much as I love it. Nice doggy, isn't it?
Little dog.
Oh, that's nice.
Aw.
In the meantime, let's introduce ourselves. You want to go first?
Yeah, I would love to. I'm Truby. I'm usually one of the players on this stream, but now I'm just me.
Who do you play on the stream?
Who do I play? I play Sully. He is a lawful, good, plain boy.
Very vanilla boy.
Very vanilla boy.
I think that was the very first thing that you described him as
Yeah.
to me. You're like, just very vanilla boy.
Yeah, vanilla farm boy. He doesn't have much in common with me. I'm very spectacular, obviously.
Yeah.
But I grew up on a farm as well, so that's something that he and I have in common. Yeah.
Very good. Level 2.
Oh, me. Hi, I'm Raylene. I'm also usually one of the players at Dice Legenz, on Dice Legenz, in Dice Legenz.
Around.
Around, above
Yeah.
Dice Legenz, and below Dice
through.
Legends.
Yeah.
And through Dice Legenz.
And surrounding.
And I'm there.
Yeah.
And I play Capella, my little dwarf bard. She is very short, like me. And yeah, I think she loves food a lot, like me. I think I just made myself do that.
Yeah. You're both musical as well.
Oh, yes, I'm. Yeah, except Capella is a little bit, she's a bit kleptomanic, I think. But I
That's
can
not
say
you?
I'm not. I don't want to steal things.
She's some parts your best you and some parts your worst you.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm Vahid. I am the DM of the show. And that's that. And so before we get into what we have in mind, we've got a lot of cool things that we want to discuss and show, and we've got a challenge as well for us. Just wanted to first say that for you folks that are watching, this gives an opportunity. Please, if you have any questions about the show or for any of us, feel free to pepper them through the chat. And we'll do our best to check the chat and actually chat. Check the chat and chat.
Check the chat and chat. Check the chat and chat.
Because we were doing a simpler setup, our usual super duper tech guy, vision switcher dude, Jason, I foolishly said, Jason, I didn't say come on down and work. And so now I'm having to do all the vision switching. So I'll do my best.
Yeah, multitasking.
So yeah, please, any questions? Put them in there and we'll endeavor to answer them. Just wanted to give a big thanks to our Patreon supporters and our Twitch subscribers. We really appreciate all your support. It really helps us make the show. And not right now, or unless you can multitask, we'd really like if you could go over to YouTube and do the like and subscribing. And if you are a Twitter person, follow us on Twitter. It seems that Twitter is massively important.
Important.
It's a massively important platform for.
That's where I
D&D.
spend a lot of my time. Yeah.
Is it?
Art community there is very big.
Oh yeah.
I deleted my Twitter and started it again because I started it during university, and 21-year-old me tried to be funny in some very weird ways. So I deleted it.
I want to find Truby's old tweets
You
and
can't.
read it. No!
I've destroyed them. But
Let's read them now.
No.
I've got them
we
printed
them
out.
out. Yeah, 1,000 tweets of garbage. University garbage. But it's risen from the ashes now. I've got a new Twitter handle. I can't remember what it is. Oh well.
You'll have to find it yourself. I think I've got one as well somewhere, but I also deactivated it, but might have risen it up, but
Hey,
it was dead, come back alive again.
Yeah, they come alive again.
hey, we've just seen that Let's Try That has just hit us with a rating party. Thanks, Let's Try That. We really appreciate it. Welcome to you new guys
Hello.
joining us.
Oh my god, you rated us? What does that mean?
It's very nice when they rate us.
Oh, it's a good thing?
Yay,
Not
rate us.
not like a Viking raid.
no,
What is it?
it's a much nicer rating.
Oh my gosh, welcome. Thanks for rating.
Hey, so
Yeah.
the last little plug before we get into the thing properly is that our podcasts of the first 4 episodes have gone live over this last week. So whatever you use for podcasts, pretty much search Dice Legenz and you'll find us there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You can listen to our awesome voices.
I wonder what we are like without the visual element.
Yeah. I don't know.
I've had to learn some things actually because I found that in the first few episodes, I was saying, because it's visual, I was saying, okay, you guys, hit me with the perception roll.
Yes.
Okay, and you two, you're sneaking, hit me with the stealth roll. That doesn't work in a podcast.
No, that doesn't.
So now I'm having to learn to say
Yeah.
your actual names.
Yes.
And that mime NPC you met, that's not going to go down well.
Yes.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right. Hey, so Andre, it's great to have you with us.
Thank you for having me here.
So, as I mentioned before, Andre did the cool character art for Dice Legenz. And what we thought we'd do to start with is we've got this cool time lapse of you working on the characters.
Yeah, shading some of them.
So if we'll just start playing that. And if you want to talk us through
Sure,
through
yeah,
it.
go ahead.
Yeah, cool. Okay, here we go.
Ooh.
So, so this is like, I've already done the sketch part and most of the inking part here, so I'm just shading the characters. And this is actually the real time. This isn't sped up. That's how fast I work.
That's impressive. Wow, what a master.
No,
Ooh.
I wish. So at some point here, I think I started wanting to put these on social media, but that's when I start putting my tags on things. Protect your IP.
And I said, wait.
Just wait.
You sent me a message and said, can I put these on? And I said, yes, once the show has gone live.
I can see a sneaky wee reference picture that I
Where?
sent on the right there
Oh my
underneath
God,
that
I
colour
can
wheel.
see.
It's me holding a broom with a rug around my neck.
Yeah, this is me trying to somehow. I need a reference of your swole muscles. Well,
Yes. Yes.
there we go. There's a
there's
reference.
Raylene.
page.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I was in the car when I did when I did my reference photo because I had such a busy day, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to send a reference photo. So I just was in the back seat of my car, putting my phone on the little cup holder in between the front seats, and just doing that.
It worked
pose.
really well though.
Oh,
It was a really
thank
good,
you.
really good
I'm
photo.
glad it worked.
Can you talk us through the reference images and why they're useful and all that kind of stuff?
Well, I mean, for these pieces, some of the references, because I have a mood board, so because I'm not a clothing designer. When you're an artist, you have to be sort of a clothing designer, an artist, obviously, a manager, a marketing manager, an administrator. You do everything. So, so I had to look up a lot of references and then try and construct and design sort of the clothing. So,
What's that reference
Is
there?
that
That doesn't look like Ronnie.
yeah,
Right
Running was very clear in what he wanted his character to look like.
I want nothing else. Just Jason
Which I
Momoa.
mean,
Fair.
that clarity is helpful. Like,
Yeah, it really helped.
I
Yep.
presume.
And yeah, he wanted a swole muscle wizard, which was great until I learned he only had like a -1 to athletic skill for some reason.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
That's the gag about Lona is -1 strength. And he tries. He's
So
definitely the most ambitious of all of us in terms
It's
of.
all an illusion.
Yeah, exactly.
So with this, so you got the reference images. So is your process that taking the reference images, do you start with a broad outline of pose first?
Yeah, I start with pose first, and especially for a group piece, I want to have it, like the concept, so they look good together. So when you put them side by side, they don't just look like you've pasted, 4 separate images next to each other. So I did that first, did the posing, and then just like rough sketches, and you just iterate over and draw over and top, until you're happy with it.
So why are you doing black? Why are you doing tones first rather than colors?
Some people paint in color. Others, like me, I like to paint in grayscale just to get the values right. Because I don't know. There's something about I always forget this. It's like a little fact about the way the eye works. There's a lot more cones or rods. Rods measure color. Cones measure value. Maybe it's the other way around.
It's the other way
I don't know.
around.
Yeah.
But value is really super important because so long as the values are right, even if it's in black and white, it's going to look great. So I get that right first, and then I color it after the fact, just so, even if I phone in the colors and they're really bad, it still looks good.
Yeah, cool.
Wow.
Art bewilders me. I'm very bad at art and drawing. So this is all learning for me.
This is all lies. I've seen your work. It's
Yeah.
fabulous. These straight lines.
Show it
Andrea's
around.
referencing I boarded my planning document. Ooh, and it's having a very stroby effect on the camera. I'm gonna put it
Whoa,
down.
cool. So one of the things that I think that people take art for granted,
For sure.
right?
In
Because
many forms, yeah.
Oh.
In every form.
I'm a musician, and I've worked in TV,
Yeah.
and both of those forms are just pirated everywhere, right? And art, people want to have art. They want to have awesome art, but they don't want to spend money on it.
Yeah, and now we've got NFTs, so my feed is just full of people complaining about NFTs.
Yeah.
NFTs.
We're not going to talk about them.
Oh, okay.
That's another topic for another day.
That's a
you
whole.
actually do get commissions.
I don't understand
Yeah,
them.
absolutely.
You do get commissions from people. People
Puts food on my kids'
People-
table. Yep.
pay you money to make art.
Yep.
To make D&D art.
That's exactly why I got into it. Is just doing because I'm a D&D player first, and then got into art second because I wanted to paint my own characters, and I thought I'm just gonna have to pick this up myself, and it started a lifelong passion.
And
So here we are.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
and so are you trained?
I'm self-taught. So, anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. YouTube and there are sites you can pay for a course like $8. It's very cheap. I wouldn't put myself through art school. It's, in my opinion, it's not worth it. I mean, for some things.
sorry.
If you're in art school's awesome.
Yeah, you're doing great.
In my humble, I've never been to art school. But yeah, it's for my purposes. The things that I want to learn, it's great being able to just target that and pick and choose.
And that's powerful to know because I don't know. I think as a young artist or even from high school, it's easy to think there's only one path.
Exactly, and that path is paying an institution several tens of thousands of dollars. Yeah.
And I think that works for a lot of people, but it's not for everyone.
Yeah, for a lot of people, it just makes you bankrupt, and then you're working as a chef at the end of it.
Yeah, outside where you thought you'd be. Yeah.
Yeah. So this on screen, this is my artificer Neff Monroe, or it was just before. He is a character that I'm playing in my Curse of Strahd campaign.
Ooh.
So it's a lot of fun. Fills up my feed because I can't stop painting him.
Yeah. Did you say you're playing through Curse of Strahd?
I am.
Oh.
I am.
Is this your first time?
This is my first time as a player. Well, I mean, I almost DM'd it, but that group kind of fell apart. So, but this is my first time. I think we're gonna see it through. We're gonna find out what the Curse of Strahd is.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I love that adventure. It's I had some great times there. I DM'd it once, and I just love the Taroka deck. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
how it just randomizes the adventure.
I have one at home collecting dust on a shelf.
Oh,
I've-
so cool.
Yeah, I'm invested.
Yeah.
Hey, so working with clients.
Yeah.
Yeah? Uh-huh.
Yeah, so when I get a commission, basically the process that entails working with a client, I just want to get in their headspace and find out what they're imagining their character to look like. So reference images and just talking to them. I send through, whips, like work in progress, and they'll say, yeah, I want their expression to be a little bit more, or this and that. And so it's just I work with the client, throughout, basically. Except for when they are like, no, just follow your art heart and do what you want.
Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Which is really fun
Do you
too.
find those harder or easier? Like whenever they're like, oh, you just surprised me. Like do what you can.
I find it like I've learned my lesson.
Yeah.
Whenever they say no, just go with your gut, I'm gonna be like, I will check back double to be like, okay, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because it's really bad when they say go with your gut, and you're like, no, I don't like it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So there has to be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
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 I'm a
But,
music composer, right? So I compose music for the in the TV world. I don't do DMing 24/7.
What?
It feels like I do
He
sometimes.
sleeps too.
But in my other life, I'm a music composer. And being commissioned to do music is similar in that you're given brief, and most of the time, people don't actually know what they want.
Until they
might
see
have-
it sometimes or hear it.
Until they hear it.
Yeah.
And that's dangerous. If people actually have preconceived notions but aren't able to articulate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever have those problems?
For me, yeah, I've learned over time that you really have to get, because some people, they don't even want to talk about it. Like, I've done art for people, and at the time they've said, oh, it's great. And then years later, I've found out that they didn't like it.
Oh.
Or, they were like, yeah, no, their skin tone was different or something. So, yeah, it's really important to get feedback from, so.
Yeah.
And
4 years of practice later, and I'm getting there.
I want to say that it's, like people who don't particularly pursue art, talking to artists, that conversation doesn't go the way you want it to. But I swear there might be artists who do it as well.
There absolutely is.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's actually very useful and helpful information, and everyone's going to be happier if you share that feedback.
Some of them, yeah. I mean, there's horror stories on both sides, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I've seen, some artists out there are difficult to work with, and some clients likewise.
Indeed.
What? Nothing.
Were we easy to work with or hard to work with?
Are you easy to work with?
Were we?
Very easy.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
Correct answer.
It's great. Yep. Sent through all the information I needed, and I got it done.
You got it
Just
done
in time.
on time? Oh, yeah. Andre did a really great first version, and we put it in the show. And then 3 hours later, he sent a second version, and you were just constantly refining right up till broadcast.
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
Constantly refining.
I think
refining.
for Sully and Lana, I got pretty much like bang on the first time. Except for when I saw Sully in the show, I'm like, man, I should have just given him like some thick frame black glasses. Because as soon as I saw you speak, I thought, man, I need to make this guy nerdier.
See, I was going for rural New Zealand, like Kiwi bloke.
That's what I drew. And then I saw you act it, and I thought,
Yeah, I suppose, mix that with the book smarts.
he definitely does his homework.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, what a complex guy. So I'm really clever, must have come up with him.
But yeah, Hakapella, I spent a little bit of time painting her face.
Yeah.
Really wanted to get the expression right. But Nimrod went through the most revisions because I was not happy with it. Yep.
Well, because she's like non-human,
Yeah.
I
I
guess.
I thought, she is, has the potential to be like the centerpiece of this, because she's obviously quite a imposing and interesting looking character, being non-human. So.
Yeah.
And yeah, imposing look, but then you have to try and make her also a delicate flower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many
what did you-
things to try and put in there. And I sent through the final to Mon, and she was blown away, and she said, "Oh my God, I want to be her." And I thought, I've done it.
By the way, Mon is what we all call Monique.
Oh yes. One.
Oh, yes.
Otherwise known as Nimrod.
Nimrod, yeah.
Mon, Monique,
Actually-
Nimrod.
I've noticed in the show that I've stopped, I think in episode 2, I don't think I actually called you guys by your actual names at all. I think I just called you Hakapella. And
Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard you say my name.
so
Do you
I-
even know my name? Saeed.
So next topic. Hey, technical question, because I'm not a good artist at all, but I'm fascinated by art. Tools.
Cool. Yeah, so for all my art these days, I use a Huion canvas, 24-inch.
24-inch. That's a big.
Yeah.
It's a
That's a
huge screen.
big
Big
one.
boy.
It's a huge screen. Huion is a Korean company that is like a direct competitor of Wacom.
Yeah.
Wacom. Is it Wacom or Wacom? What do you
It's
think?
Wacom,
Oh, do you say?
apparently.
Oh, I've
that's
been
how-
saying wake up.
I've
There's
said
only-
Wacom all my life.
I said
I have
Wacom
one.
my whole life until I heard the people that make Wacoms call it Wacom, and then I
Wacom,
thought, I guess that's how they say it.
I've never heard of either of
Oh,
them.
hang on. Wait.
Oh my God.
But
So
yeah.
Wacoms are drawing tablets, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Spelled
that's a
Wacon.
O-M,
Wacom. Now,
Wacom.
if you had a word that was Bacon, it would be
Bacon.
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 It would not be
Bacon.
So
that's what-
it should be.
that was my logic
Yeah,
as well.
But you are assuming that there's one set of phonological rules
All
for all
right.
languages, which there are not.
Anyway, so sorry. Back to you. Yeah.
Yeah, so Huion, they make tablets too. Basically, they're fabulous. They're actually, in like critically, a lot of opinions, much better than Wacom's are. But they're also about a fourth of the price.
Wacom, you can
Hey.
so, sponsor us if you want.
No, Huion,
You can sponsor
send us
us.
some money.
First one to sponsor us.
We'll use that. So yeah,
That's the sponsor. us.
all of the budding artists in the audience. Yep.
Yeah.
Trust Huion. It's a good brand. I actually paid 100% in commission money for that tablet, so I upgraded from Surface Pro to that.
Ooh.
Hey, just replying to some of the chat, please excuse me looking over this side of my screen that has a chat. So yes, thanks for everyone asking questions to clarify the episode stream day. So from this Sunday onwards, the episode will stream noon New Zealand time, which is 3 p.m. California time, 5 p.m. New York time, and I guess that makes it 11 or midnight or something like that, London time. London calling.
Shout out.
The first thing that came to my mind too.
There's so many great London songs.
Yeah. Name another one.
Same band, The Clash.
Yeah.
London's burning. London, and then London Bridge is falling.
Oh, classic.
Yeah.
Turn up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I got distracted. So yeah, so this Sunday, episode 5 is going to be streamed at noon New Zealand time, Saturday afternoon, Northern Hemisphere time.
It's so good. Someone else is saying that just the game. My Sundays are gonna be so good now. What else happens on a Sunday? I want to know. We're gonna be on your Sunday. What else is happening? Feel free to answer.
Hey, cool.
A
So
market. No.
I have got for us a challenge, an art challenge, and I want to ask the audience to help us out.
Oh.
So what we've got here is we've got we're going to be doing an art challenge. We've got
Sharpies.
We've got a whole bunch of Sharpies here in the middle. You may not know this, but Raylene's actually a very good artist.
Don't say that now.
Okay, Raylene is trash.
I'm trash.
What is a true statement is Truby is trash.
Trash artist. Don't.
Trash artist.
Don't call
No,
yourself
I'm
trash.
great. Like, I'm really
Truby's
nice
amazing.
and sweet, but I'm a very terrible artist.
So this is what's going to happen.
Oh, now I'm
This
scared.
is what's going to happen.
I'm so bad. I can't wait.
So what we're going to do is, in a moment, I'm going to put a graphic up on the. I'm going to put a graphic up on the screen,
What color am I going for?
and it has 3 columns. The first column are creatures, Dungeons and Dragons creatures. The second column is a prop, and the third column is a mood setter or something like that. So what I want is you folks in the chat, I want you to randomly give us a number from 1 to 10. Please, if you can go ahead and do that now, a number from 1 to 10, and we're going to use the first 3 numbers to determine our thing. So please.
I'm going to strategically book in colors while
Whoa.
we're waiting
Got a
for
4,
numbers.
7, and a 3.
Oh my
Thank you.
gosh.
Got a
so
4,
quick.
7, and a
Okay.
3. Are we ready?
Wait,
No.
no.
So the art challenge is, so it's a 4, 7, and a 3. So the 4
4
is a dwarf,
Cool.
7, shield,
Yeah.
dwarf, shield, and a 3, meteorologist.
Oh no.
They read the weather?
A weather,
Oh, I was thinking they read meteors?
so a weather reportist, dwarf
what?
with a shield.
Oh, no.
Now, guys, we have got,
Oh, this is bad already.
we've got here a timer.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Don't start yet.
Oh,
So we got dwarf, shield, meteorologist. We decided we're gonna do 2 lots at a time, and then in the chat you guys can help decide who's the winner. Go.
Oh,
So what you guys gonna go for?
don't talk.
You have to
Okay.
talk at the same
All right,
time.
okay, great. Its armor is purple.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone has any idea, come on, kobold. Oh, sorry,
Okay.
Pompous Cloud, we didn't get a kobold in there.
Cool. What? Oh no, what's the color scheme?
What's the color scheme? What's it
Okay,
gonna be?
Great, great. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Oh, wow.
So I,
Ugh.
Am I suddenly a good artist?
you sure are.
This is beautiful.
Are we gonna give any hints of what we're doing?
How do I draw and talk?
Oh my gosh.
No one can draw and talk at the same time.
Beautiful.
Our poor viewers are gonna be bored
What
senseless.
was your question, Bahir?
Are we giving any clues about what we're doing?
I'm drawing. I'm.
I've finished the blue screen background. Is that a
Okay.
hint? Is that a? Oh, don't.
No one look at mine.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking.
No one look. Oh, gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Wow.
Oh god. We have
And
3 minutes,
We've
right?
got 3 minutes. So, what was the first character you ever played in a Dungeons and Dragons game, Andre?
Oh, first character was an elf warrior named Sariel Nailo, and
Ooh.
like many people who, the first time they played D&D, he was impressive at everything.
Of course.
And-
One time, we're halfway through.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the characters I play these days, of course, have to be flawed in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flaws. What do you think?
Oh, you've got to go flawed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what I like about heroes
Yeah.
is ordinary people. That's what I really like about a hero. I think sometimes if their abilities are too flashy, sometimes it feels like the power's doing the work and not the hero. That's just my take.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, then our characters are right up your alley, then, aren't
Yes,
they?
they are. They're so flawed.
We've got plenty of flaws.
Oh my gosh.
I'm one big flaw. I think we've got about 20 seconds left.
Oh! Okay.
Oh, you guys use different colors. I just stuck with one.
I've used so
Oh,
many
no.
different- Oh, she needs to be a meteorologist.
We got the meteorologist happening here.
No. Give me that.
I think I'm done.
No.
Mine, I don't think I can make mine any better than what is.
Oh, what color are clouds? Great.
Color clouds. Clouds can be purple. They can be any color except for green. 3,
No.
2,
No. They can be
1. Stop. Hands down. Okay. So in the chat, please, if you could just give us some votes out of 10. Votes out of 10. Votes out of 10. And
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Jester says first character is going to get played this Sunday, and hopefully for many Sundays that have been DMing for a few weeks now. You guys, awesome, great to hear. Okay, Raylene.
Wait,
All right, Raylene, can you hold it up to this camera here?
Oh God.
Your first time playing? Oh, that's
I just realized I used a very, very light color, but I will.
Excellent. You want to
See?
talk us through it?
All right, so he's holding a shield because there's a shield, right?
Yeah.
And in the background, you've got the green screen. It's got the temperatures.
Wow, that's got to be worth bonus points.
Yeah, you got the temperatures. I was hoping it was Aratai, but I don't know what this random island is. He's got glasses because I thought that would make him look smarter.
Nice.
So I looked up for a second and I saw Vahid's glasses and I was like, I'm gonna draw glasses.
Okay, very nice.
And yeah, he's got a little mustache as well. I thought that would be cute.
Very good.
9? Someone get that is such a.
Thank you.
I think
Can't get much.
Thank
much
you.
better.
Thank you.
Naz
Thank
the Kato gave you a 9. Nice
Thank
work.
you.
That is.
Andre.
I mean, you're gonna show me up. You're so much
No.
better than I at cartoons. This is my dwarf meteorologist. Who?
Oh my gosh, it's a comment. Go.
He is very pleased to report that Earth is just seconds away from being destroyed
my gosh.
by a giant shield.
That's
Very
nice.
good.
That's
Clever.
nice. I really like that. That's great. Okay, give us a. I think we need names. Can you put your if you can put like the name and then the number. So if you put like Raylene 9 or Andre 9 or whatever, so we get Truby.
Okay, great.
Truby, your camera's there.
Okay. I feel like I could more easily put it in that camera.
I don't think it'll be in focus.
Okay, great.
Andre 8. Ooh.
Okay, great. I'm gonna do this.
Hey, that's you. You're ArdisFoxx, aren't you?
Yeah.
You gave yourself an 8.
Okay. This
Someone say Artis.
is mine.
Nice.
Wow. Your wife's voting.
My wife is voting
Oh, it's your
me down.
wife. Your wife is using your account. I love it.
Okay, this is my dwarf.
Talk us through it.
Great. She is a dwarf. It's denoted by the horns on her helmet and the braids in her hair. She has a shield. This is her home. She lives in a castle. I think that explains itself. And what's this? It's both the sun's out and it's raining. So she's really having to really use every inch of her meteorologist knowledge here. But she's been doing this for so long. She's so happy to be here.
Nice.
Yeah. There we
Excellent.
go.
Thank you. Okay, give Truby some scores, guys. Let's see what Truby gets.
10 out of 10 for the description, I feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
7. Oh,
Harsh.
my heart's
Harsh.
breaking.
Okay. There we got my dwarf meteorologist pointing to the blue screen. We got
Oh.
Aotearoa there. It's raining. You know it's a dwarf for the same reason we can tell the years is a dwarf because
Yeah.
they've got horns
Horns.
on the helmet.
Yeah.
That's what
Every
we missed.
dwarf has
No
horns.
points.
I deserve extra points.
Mine-
We both deserve extra points for horns on helmet.
I went with a giant nose
Yeah, me too.
for the dwarf. I feel.
So yeah. Anyway,
I started doing dwarf here, and then I thought, meteorologist, you need that big boofy bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours is like from what era is that?
I don't know. He looks like his name would be like Chad Valiant or something.
I'm gonna say 70s, but they're probably misinformed.
very nice. Hey, great. So let's see.
Thank you,
Oh.
pompous clown.
Her-
The horns were worth more points. I'm glad you acknowledged that.
Did you notice how I put that in at the end after their scores had been given?
Yeah, good work, you sneaky DM.
Well, I think that pretty much gives us all a tie, except for Andre. You were really just your wife just knocked the feet from underneath,
Yep.
didn't she?
She's a harsh critic. Yep.
I'm just doing some mental arithmetic here.
Oh, you want-
I mean, not that it matters, but
can't even-
Raylene, you've done pretty well.
I think
mate.
Raylene.
Oh.
Raylene
I
got a
can't see. I don't have my
9.
glasses.
Yeah.
Raylene got a 9. I got a 9.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
Hey, good work.
I feel like you need to, there are cartoons here that you did before the show started that are really good.
You want to show us your cartoon?
That's because I wasn't 3 minutes. I drew Squidward over here. I drew Garfield from memory, which wasn't that good.
I love your little cat in the
wonder if you
middle, by
can-
the way.
Nah, it's gonna be. Oh yeah, you can do that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fuzzy.
There's a little cat over there. Little, yeah. Cute.
Someone's done the maths for us. Raylene,
Oh.
9,
thank you.
Andre, 8, Truby, 7.8. And Vahid, 9.
Ooh,
No
thank
offense.
you.
But
Maybe that just
you're
guys-
7.9.
Oh, I'm 7. No,
You got-
I'm 7.9 out of 10. Oh, yeah. So Raylene's the winner, according to
Oh,
point.
I revoke my high five.
Anyway, hey, look,
done.
thanks for the art challenge, guys. That was
Oh.
great.
Well done.
Raylene, deserved winner.
Thank you.
That is really nice.
I agree.
I agree.
100%.
I think everyone did so well.
Hey, so, I was interested before we were talking about, when we were drawing, you were talking about initial characters. When did you guys get into doing this game, this D&D game?
You actually got me into role-playing.
No way.
You did. Like, back in the day, we were playing Star Wars edition.
The D6
The
version.
D6 version of Star Wars role-playing
Did I introduce it to you?
Yeah.
That is a great game.
Because I was a kid, I was interested in it, I would, hang out at the comic book store, but friends, like back then, this is, I don't know how many, 25 years ago now, something?
You guys known each other that long?
What?
Yeah, since
That's amazing.
I was a kid.
I had no notion of that.
One of the cool things about living in Christchurch
Yeah.
is that there's constant Christchurch, New Zealand. That's where we're filming from. One of the cool things about the size of this city is that it's big enough that you constantly meet new people, but small enough that if you walk around town,
You're going to run into people.
Yeah.
You see everyone that you know.
Yeah, so we've
my
known
high
each other.
school.
I've known you probably since you were maybe 6, something like that.
Yeah, well, I moved up to Christchurch when I was 8, and
Okay,
I got
since you were
into
8 then.
role-playing when I was like 14 or something like that. So-
You say move up from like Dunedin?
From Bluff.
From Bluff!
Yeah, Bluff, that's where I originally came from.
Oh my gosh!
People ask me, where's Bluff? And I say, you drive south, and if you fall off New Zealand, you've gone too far.
So I got you into it doing the Star Wars
Yeah,
D6 game.
Wow.
So,
Such a cool game.
That was a good time, and that got me into playing. I think I did move straight into like D&D 3rd edition, and then 3.5 after that.
That's my
So,
favourite edition,
yeah.
by the way.
3.5.
3.5. It's my favourite.
I think 5th edition's the best.
I think 5th is, I think 6th is the best once it comes out.
Come out yet.
Because 5th is good,
5th is
but there's still a lot of homebrew that
Yeah.
I like to do in order to
Sure.
Oh.
to smooth out the edges.
And what
I'm-
about you, Truby?
I want to know where our view, like I want to know who the furthest person away from New Zealand is. Are all these people in chat from New Zealand? That's my question. I'm
yeah.
really
Oh, yeah.
chat obsessed right now.
And by the way, whenever we look to this side, when Truby and I look to that side, it's because
We're looking at you.
our monitor, which has the chat stream, is there. Hey, so yeah. Be good to know who's the furthest away, and
Yeah.
also be good to know what if you've been playing D&D
When
how
you
long
started.
you've been playing, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. So you've been playing since
Southern California.
Hey, Pompous
Southern
Club.
California.
Hi.
Nice to have you on board.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
so I'm 37 now, so 20 something odd years, 24. Long
You were
time.
young looking, 37.
Yeah, I
am.
did not guess 37. When you said wife, I was like, what?
Yeah, no, I got 3 kids.
Kids. I was like, what?
Yeah,
What about So you've
I
been
got a
playing
young
for a while?
face that is slowly getting betrayed with every grey hair.
Hey, you got the blonde covered.
What about you, Raylene? How long have you been playing?
I've been playing for. When did we start? January.
Yeah.
A month and a half.
We did some before
Oh,
that.
actually, we did do some. We did do some play tests before.
Yeah.
So I've been playing since maybe last year, end of last year.
Yeah. Like maybe October?
Yeah, but I've been always so into, like, I've always been so curious about it, but I just didn't have the people that I knew that did it or like would introduce me to it. Actually, one of the first people who invited me to a D&D like session was you and Tom, our friend Tom. That we were just talking, we were doing a show together, and then they started talking about D&D, and I was like, I want to know too.
Yeah.
Tell me all about it. Yeah, and what always interested me was the character creation stuff, because when I was younger, as you know, when you have no friends as a kid, you would always make imaginary friends.
Oh, yeah.
But no, but also like as an artist, you would make original characters, OCs.
Yeah.
And I was into that community on Instagram when I was in high school and intermediate, and just, you know, sharing each other's OCs and like, oh, put your OC in like this school uniform. Like, okay, I'll draw my. And so it was just, you know, I've always liked that character building.
That's so fun to hear, like a different take on, you know, the hobby. Because
Yeah.
it's like fan fiction writers. I don't do fan fiction, but I think it's incredible, just as a community.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much out there. So
The
yeah.
Harry Potter fan fiction is just a massive place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's huge.
Yeah.
I had a art commission recently for a My Little Pony character from the My Little Pony role-playing game that I learned exists.
Oh.
And that's like massive. Apparently, I think it's like might be second to Harry Potter. Whatever is the the biggest fanfic on the website that has all the fanfic. Apparently, My Little Pony is second.
My Little Pony.
So
has a big
it's like
fan base.
it's there are whole worlds out there,
Yeah, shout
whole
out to the
communities
MLPs.
that it boggles the mind.
Hey, Zenith Rose from the UAE.
Yes, I know that person. She's my best friend. Yeah. Hi.
Zenith Rose, you are a winner. What's further away, UAE or Southern California?
Southern California, I think.
You think so?
I've
I'm
got-
not sure. I don't think so. UAE is closer to Greenwich Mean Time, surely.
Well, how many squares is it away though?
Oh god.
Well, we're not
DM.
our Atlas.
I've got their clock
On your phone.
on my phone because Fiona lives in Georgia. But I don't have California.
Anyway, we digress. Okay, so far you're winning,
Yeah.
Andre, with 23 years.
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
So
and Raylene's winning with being the
shortest.
the newest adopter.
Yeah, but I'm not as fresh as Lonnie and Mon, who arrived after me. So yeah.
honestly, like some of the best role players I've ever played with, one, never played before, and two, I didn't actually teach them how to play. I just said, your character is sort of like Legolas, you know, but a girl. Go for it. What do you do? And like they don't know the rules, but
Oh,
just
yeah.
amazing, you know. So yeah, don't feel bad that you don't know the game. You're new to it.
I'm still learning, but you know, it's fun when you're learning.
It's all about having fun.
But I think everyone who's watched the show will have seen that already in the first 4 episodes,
Learn something.
what you and Monique and Ronnie, or Longy, your familiarity with your characters in the game has increased like 1,000%, right?
Yeah. I've noticed that as well, and especially like since from our first playtest together as well. Like in my first playtest, I was like, I guess I'll just follow you, and I'll follow you. Yep, okay. But now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go my own way and do this.
My moment was when you called for a perception roll and everyone instinctively grabbed the D20. Like, oh wow,
Yay!
that's a milestone.
We've arrived.
Yeah.
So what about you, buddy? What's your history with the game?
So I started playing D&D after university. So my first foray into playing D&D was actually DMing.
Oh.
Wow. That,
Yeah.
I think might have been mine as well, because that's when you have the books and you're so keen, but your friends aren't as interested in it as you, so you have to do
So
it.
you have to do it.
That's a very familiar tale.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know, like so many parts of it were so familiar, like world creation and storytelling and the fantasy genre. You know, so just all the books that I read, all the video games that I played. You're living in your imagination. You know, it's and also my younger brother. I don't know. I used to like make stories for him to experience. You know, with like Lego and like here's the rules and.
Yeah.
So that lent itself very well to like DMing, and so that was back in 2000, and I think it was 2014 that I started playing. No, oh gosh, I don't know. And that was 3.5. I think that's still my favorite edition. I just like how many rules there are.
Very crunchy
Yeah,
edition.
yes, exactly. And there's a table for everything. And I really like that. And I really liked the prestige classes. Because, you can go beyond level 20. You can go right up to level 40 and unlock these amazing other classes. So I loved all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't know what edition it was that the Bard first became a thing, but it started out as a prestige class. And it had really specific and weird requirements. Like you had to level something like a fighter to level 7, and then you had to switch to get 2 in rogue, and then you had to get 1 in ranger, and then back to 1 to rogue, and then you could become a bard. And it wasn't even really that good.
Yeah.
So yeah, 5th edition I think is a lot easier for people to adopt than previous editions.
And for me, I started a good friend at the apartment building that we were living in America, in Bloomington, Indiana, Tony Davidson. It was a university town, so D&D came out of the university scene in North America. That's where it was born. And so somehow this 8-year-old kid learned about it somehow. And so he said, "Hey, let's play Dungeons and Dragons." And so we had no rules, and it was totally improvised. No books. He just freestyled everything.
Yeah.
But we loved it so much that my parents, they're such great parents, that they bought me the original Dungeons and Dragons.
Like the red box.
Cool.
That's
That's
so sweet.
really cool.
So I have the honor of having played every edition of Dungeons and Dragons.
Wow.
yeah,
Right.
actually, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, including 4th edition.
yeah,
Ooh.
there were some cool things about 4th edition.
I feel like 4th edition gets a bad rap.
Yeah.
But-
the way that they did mooks in 4th edition is awesome.
Are you talking about the 1 hit point monsters? Yeah.
They did this thing because it made it cinematic. You know how in movies there's the boss, right? And then there's all the mooks, right? And so if you're the kung fu dude, you come and you go bang, bang, bang. You do a single punch and they're down, and then you focus on the. Well, that's what they did in 4th edition. You could have a whole bunch of bandits, and all of them except one would have a single hit point.
Yeah.
You could hit the. It's
Yeah.
like it was very cinematic in that way. I loved that rule.
Yeah, that is a good rule.
I like what they did with martial classes as well. Because they were because everyone in 4th edition, because, I don't know, maybe you and some people in the audience have never played it, but basically all the classes were, they all had powers. So you had powers that you could use all the time, like cantrips, and encounter powers and daily powers. And fighters had some really cool ones, like crack the shell, where they're, I'm going to use my daily power, my once a day, this is my moment. And now it's just I guess I'll swing my weapon 2 times again.
I don't know. I think 5th edition is awesome.
Yeah, because interesting you say that because I'm playing a fighter in 5th edition at the moment.
So you just dissed him, really.
so I'm really hurt. No, but I think that was part of the design of Sully, is that he's not necessarily always going to take an aggressive action. Because I didn't, and especially if these aren't completely hostile combatants or ones that we don't need to kill, then that opens up a whole range of different actions.
Yeah.
And it does really leave sort of how special the character is in the hands of the player who's playing it. Because if you are a player who's just going to say, I attack him twice, then that's not as interesting as someone who's I'm going to, and they do a full description of how do you swing that spear of yours. Or,
Yeah, exactly. We're very blessed that all of our cast are brilliant performers. Hey, so that's cool. One of the things that I've just had. One of the
Great
things,
segue. Then you're trying to do the thing while
I was trying to. Jason, why didn't I get you to come down? I apologize, Jason. Please forgive me.
I'm pulling up chat on my phone, so I don't have to keep looking up there.
Hey, if any of you that have come more recently to the chat, if you have any questions for any of these folks or myself, feel free to put them in the chat.
I want to see. We've missed some chat. I want to see where everyone's from. Southern California, UAE. Oh wow! You're 4 hours away.
4 hours away.
Australia.
4 hours.
10-minute drive. Cool. Let's go hang out with you soon. We're 20 minutes away.
Oh, let's go.
We'll do a crawl.
20 minutes away from Christchurch. Maybe that's Rolleston. Anyway,
Oh, I hate Rolleston.
hey, nice.
I'm all caught up.
You're all caught up. Great, cool. One of the things that I have discovered and one that I've been loving about our show is that one of the values that this game and this approach to game has is connections, social connections. At a deeper level, I think, than, say, board games. I really love board games. I love board games, but you come, you play a game, it's a great experience, and then you go. Whereas games like this, because, I don't know, maybe it's like a shared imaginary experience, and I have vivid memories of this fantasy, complete imagination from when my brother and I were teenagers. You know, I remember when his character Frizdar put on this armor, stepped into the flames, and the armor glowed with fire. You know, it's like you keep these memories, and the friendships. You know, like my brother and I have friendships that we've kept from teen all the way through for decades. You know, it's. I think that's one of the really nice things about it.
It was that because I had friends at university that I played Dungeons and Dragons with, and that was the first campaign that I DM'd. And those memories are still so special. Like, you know, the adventures that we went on. And yeah, there's something in the connection of collaborative storytelling that's really personal, it's really creative, and eventually when you kind of just lose yourself in it, it's just a simulation of life. It's a simulation of life and friendship and sometimes other different emotions. So it's a really special thing to share with people.
Yeah,
I mean, you can also just play bonk, 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 but you know, like something, yeah.
Yeah, there's something different about it to, I feel like, all other mediums, all other forms of entertainment or, you know, even art. It's just, yeah, like watching a movie with someone, you don't really learn anything about that person. When you're at the table with someone, yeah, it's just, there's so many facets of it that make it not just a fun game to play, but, you know, like a lifestyle. I've never met anyone who played it and then was like, nah.
Yeah,
I don't get it. I don't get the draw. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I've never seen someone being like, well, that's the last time I'm going to do that.
Yeah. Everyone sees what the fuss is about.
Yeah, cool.
I was going to say something about D&D, but I can't remember what I was going to say.
Well, one of the things I wanted for us to do in this little chat is I wanted to talk about some moments in the first 4 episodes that I've really enjoyed and to share. So I thought maybe because I've actually got a couple of clips that I want to play that I think are really brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah, great and brilliant.
Brilliant.
And they both feature Ronnie. I noticed that we've got a question here. Only question is if we can get Monique's mild vegetarian curry recipe.
Message her right now.
We'll find out, and we'll see what she says on Sunday. Oh yeah, and also for you late arrivers, our episode is streaming on Sunday noon here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, afternoon, which corresponds to afternoon in North America, and evening. Hey, so while I tee up the videos that I wanted to share, is there any, Raylene, any particular things that you particularly enjoyed in the first 4 episodes?
It's tough to choose because that's just, one, is like a lot has happened, but also 2, like we've just had some great times as a squad. I think one of my favorite missions that we went on was the stonemason one, when we just had this kid with us and had to like protect him, but also like forgot he was there. And we're like, oh yes, there's a kid, and we have to give him the palm leaves and try and get into this stonemason place. And of course, Ronnie just trying to do his athletics role, which worked that time because before that, he was awful. Every time he would just roll, like one of our first missions, he just kept breaking his ankle and like, and then even though
Falling through buildings.
yeah, and then just like, yeah, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do my athletics roll -1. So yeah, that's stonemason one, and yeah.
What I also liked in that moment was because Raylene, I mean, we've just spoken about how like kind of knew the idea of the bard is, and you also knew to D&D, and there was this moment where you had to seduce a guard, or chose to.
I fully
chose to seduce him.
So I went off, flirt.
And it was like, that was a moment of like, the bard is here.
She has arrived.
Yeah.
Make way.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Hey, big boy. Hey, big boy.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, big boy.
I felt that in my soul.
Oh yeah. Just add that to your flirt books, everyone. Just
hey,
big boy.
Hey, big boy and or girl.
And or he.
I actually really liked the, this is an extra, I want to show a couple of videos of Ronnie at his finest. But I really liked the very first scene of the very first episode, and you're Frederick.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I love how you got into that role. You're like, okay, Frederick, he's old. He's old. You just transformed. Like, oh, Frederick.
But that moment in itself was wild because we spoke about this before. But when we first sat down at the table, I think the thing that was racing through our heads is, oh my gosh, I'm about to introduce my character. Okay, I've been waiting for this for so long. Here, okay, what does my voice sound like? Okay, yeah, what does he look like again? And then all of a sudden we were handed just character sheets.
And we're like, oh.
you are this random traveler. So that was the moment for me. I was like,
I think that was such a good move, by the way, because
yeah.
that really just, I'm starting a new campaign tomorrow, and I feel like, that like jitters you get, because you're thinking like, oh, if I mess this up and then I have to change the accent later or something, there's always something. So just getting into the mindset of like, okay, I can use Frederick as a test pilot.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I can try a voice. I can try a physicality even. Yeah. I can make choices and they don't matter. Yeah.
Do you know why I did that scene that way? Ready? You watch any Disney adventure action movie, look at Mulan. Mulan does not start with Mulan. They set the danger first.
Yes.
It starts with, what's the bad guy's name in Mulan? He talks like this.
Yes.
Now all of China knows you're here.
Exactly. But they start with high.
The Huns.
They start with the Huns. And so I thought it was really important for the story to set the scale of danger. Despite the fact, and then to just crash it down that you guys are first level characters who have no power. You're virtually, you're the opposite of indestructible.
Yeah, destructible.
Very
destructible.
That last one.
In episode 4.
Episode 4, yeah, very destructible.
The chat's popping off.
Oh man.
I was immediately hooked last week by how great your chemistry is. How long have you all known each other?
All right. Well, that's a good question. Let's answer that.
So it's 25 years.
We win.
Yeah.
So we met when we were kids. Well, no.
When I was a kid. Yeah.
I was a cool young 20-year-old.
Yeah, you were the cool guy who was introducing me into Star Wars role-playing game back in the day. Yeah.
The height of coolness.
The height of coolness.
That is pretty.
You're like,
cool.
Look at all these D6s you have to roll.
And then who's the next?
Raylene kind of mentioned our connection, but that was
2019.
Yeah.
We met because we did a tour together. We did a kids tour together.
Yes.
You weren't in the original cast.
No, I was not.
We did a tour of the Tortoise and the Hare around New Zealand schools, and our tortoise got sick for a whole week, and she really lost her voice. So our boss was like, "Oh, here's Truby. He did last year's one, and he's just gonna pick up the script, learn it in 2 days, and like do it for a whole week with you guys." And we're like, "Okay." So yeah, that's when I got to meet Truby.
That was fun. Tour life was fun. Moving around New Zealand in that van.
Yeah.
The only part of the show that I couldn't learn was how to do a time step.
Tap step, like, yeah.
Are you a dancer?
Oh, I dance.
He can dance. I've seen him do some.
Oh, I can dance.
I can dance.
Chap, I can dance.
But a tap move.
Tap? No. No, I'd love to do it after tap.
That was so fun.
I'd love that.
Okay, we've digressed off of the questions.
Oh, yes,
Okay,
yes.
so you guys met each other then.
I met Mon during, I was studying. So that was 2016 when I first met her.
Mon and I have only met. We've met a few years ago. We work at a theatre here called the Court Theatre. But I don't. We were very drawn to each other when we first met each other. And I don't know. We've kind of had this understanding. It's like we are going to work together a lot. And then lo and behold, we do.
Honestly, the connection that you guys have on social media, I thought you were cousins or brother and sister or something.
We
so
tell
tight.
people that we're brother and sister. We are not. Because we've done so much together already. We do dance together. We used to improvise a lot together. We still do heaps of other shows together. I've got to be honest. I was amazed that Mon said she was going to do this show.
Yeah, me too.
Because I truly believe Mon can do anything. But I did not think she would touch D&D, and she's here at this table.
And she is awesome.
And she's
She's
fantastic.
so good.
She's
great.
fantastic.
So good.
So then the other, how the team came together, all of us came together. Oh, I should say that I've known Ronnie, or Longi. I've known him ever since he started working on the New Zealand TV show called What Now?
Yeah.
What Now is New Zealand's longest running children's TV show, and we both worked on that in completely different capacities. He's a TV presenter, so for those of you that aren't from here in New Zealand, Ronnie's kind of a world famous in New Zealand TV presenter.
World famous in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Famous enough that just saying the words "What now?" the theme is running through my head already.
And so Ronnie and I worked on that show together for a number of years. 7 years we worked together. So then when we were putting the team together, we were thinking who would we call first, and the first person I called was another person I worked on with What Now, a woman named Bianca. And she, unfortunately, had moved to Auckland. She wasn't available, but she said, "Have you called Ronnie yet?" And I said, "No." And she said, "You should call Ronnie." And so I called Ronnie, and he called while I was in the middle of driving. I pulled over, and I had, so he was the first that was super keen. And so he said, "Yep, sign me up," even though he'd never played before, and that was cool. And then after that, Bianca also suggested this lovely young woman called Raylene.
What?
And so,
Shout out to Bianca.
so
Love you,
we called Raylene, and Miriam and myself. Miriam is she and I put the company together. We called Raylene. How was that experience for you when we?
Because I just got a Facebook Messenger, right? And I was just like, oh, a gig? Oh, okay. All right. And I remember just being outside. I took the call outside, and I was just like, hello? Who is this? Is this a scam or not? But it wasn't, and I'm glad.
Strange name.
Yeah, I was just like, who is
Strange
this
job.
Vahid?
And we met up in a cafe.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, seems legit. But yeah, it's so cool. I was same with Longi. I hadn't played D&D before, but I just always wanted to, and I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity for it, I think.
Yeah, imagine that. Like your first experience is just doing it live on TV.
Live.
What? Not for me. You know? I want to keep my mistakes at home where they
No,
belong.
I'm just like, I'm a fool and everyone will know.
So we had Ronnie lined up first, but hadn't done any. I didn't feel we needed to interview with him because I'd known him so well. So Raylene was the first interview we did. Bianca had also suggested this guy named Truby. And I tried to contact Truby, but he blanked my calls for weeks. Honestly, I tried, and actually I had given up. And then eventually, like weeks later, I got a call back.
Because I was also like, oh, I know just this Truby guy, yeah? And then...
That's right, because I think in the interview, didn't you send him a message?
Yeah,
interview?
it's like, hey, you know anything about this D&D live thing?
Okay, so just to clarify, I was on tour at that time. I was doing another kids show tour. And look, kids show tour lifestyle is crazy.
It's crazy.
It's racy. You know, you do 3 days of shows, you get back to the motel, you're very tired. You play board games that evening for another 9 hours with all the crew, and you know, and then you notice at 1 a.m. I missed a phone call today.
Oh well.
8 months ago.
Yeah. But hey, I eventually called back, and
Eventually.
I'm so glad I did.
Oh
I'm
my
so
goodness.
glad I did.
And so the final piece of the puzzle was Monique. And we'd actually tried to call Monique early on as well, but Monique was too busy at that time, because our initial projections were we were really hoping to start in October, not in January. And she just said no, she couldn't do it. And so then I called her back later in November and said, are you sure? Come on. And she said, why not? We met in a cafe as
right.
well. And she's been on board as well. So yeah, so to answer that was a very long answer to that.
That actually interrupted. I think you were talking about like favorite moments.
Oh,
Oh, favorite moment.
And we got one, and then we digressed.
Okay, so I'm going to share because
Well done.
because one of our chat people said Pompous Clown. I think it was.
Wow, this is popping.
Pompous Clown actually has preempted one of them. So I'm going to share two of my favorite moments. One is the first one is of Ronnie's character, Lona, trying to be a pickpocket, despite the fact that he has
no sleight of hand.
skills in it. So I'm just gonna run that one now.
Could I move to swindle the key secretly from him before we depart from this
You
transaction?
sure can. Yeah, definitely. So let's go through this. So he's handed it to so what are you gonna do?
Yeah, just as this here.
Yeah.
And
Love it.
and then it
Okay.
goes
Is it
here,
easy
mate.
as that?
Just easy. I just slip my hand straight through the pocket.
Boom, boom, boom. I love
Stop the
this.
K to the chest.
Yes.
He's trying to.
So I'm trying to.
Sleight of hand is the skill.
All right, mate.
Sleight of hand.
Hand dexterity.
And what he does is he rolls his perception roll. I wonder if he ever looks out for this kind of thing. Sleight of hand.
Oh man,
Oh,
this is your province.
15.
plus
Dexterity plus 2, 17.
Do you have sleight of hand skill by
Nah,
chance?
no.
Okay, dexterity 17. Hey, nice job.
no.
You now have a key. And you palmed it. Where do you want to? You got it in your hand. You can
got
palm
my
it.
hand, and yeah, I just slip it straight into the sleeve of my thingy, and then just like into the pocket.
You guys, none of you guys noticed this has happened.
Oh, no, I'm too busy with the sword.
My hands, and then just as I grab the bag and I hide the key right here. And I put it straight in my pocket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I want to know about this now. But okay.
No, we.
how exciting! I want to steal too.
Yeah. okay.
Okay, I
Is there
think we should.
is there anything around of value?
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Look,
Yeah, cool. So then, I just loved that scene, and I loved your line. Oh, I want to steal stuff now.
I was fully like, ooh, okay.
And I love the way you're just holding that sword. The
I was
whole
like, I want this one too, and I want.
I just love how he had no skills in it, but it doesn't stop him.
see, this is Ronnie plays Lorna as though he's every class.
Oh, good grief. He's like, I'm good at everything, and then he fails, and it's the funniest thing.
I love it. And yeah, and then sorry, I gotta play the one from because that was from episode 3.
3?
3. You were in the
We met Nosru.
Nosru's.
That's episode 3, right?
Episode 3. So then episode 4, he gave it another go because he was so successful that time, right? He must have thought invincible.
I'm good at this, yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
I move past Lord Mortine. My eyes can't really be taken off the fact that he's got a pouch with a ring in it. Oh my God. So I'm gonna swipe it.
Oh my God.
Swipey? Yes, swipey. I'm gonna swipe it.
Okay, roll a 20-sided dice.
Here we go. Come on.
15!
What, do you pass anything?
Yeah, do you have sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Dexterity is
plus 2.
17.
Okay, this is his perception roll. Okay. 10 plus, I'm not going to say what, is lower than a 17. Your hand touches it,
Yeah.
and pain, unlike anything you have encountered, ripples up your arm. You cannot stop. It makes you clench it even harder.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, you're in trouble.
3 hit points. Take it. Make a take 3 hit points off and make a wisdom saving throw to even be able to let go of it.
You little nunu.
What do I roll?
my
What do I roll?
gosh.
Roll your 20-sided dice, and you'll see, roll that, and you'll see on the wisdom saving throw area, it shows what you get in here, what to add or subtract to it.
16 plus 2, 18.
Oh my goodness! You can take your hand off of it if you wish.
Yes, I do.
So
Yes, I do.
you're leaving it on his side,
Yeah.
or you want to take it with you. Do you want to take it, or do you want to let go of it?
I want to take it.
You take it.
That's worth the pain.
You take 8 hit points.
Oh! I'm gone.
You guys see Lona just brushes past Lord Mortine and just goes and collapses onto the ground.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness!
Are you okay?
Lorna.
He is not okay. He's unconscious.
I'm unconscious.
Right.
I'm
He's on
unresponsive
0.
right now.
I'm gonna cure wounds.
No, let's not be over hasty.
He's literally dead.
Are we sure about that?
he looks
She probably just didn't have a breakfast.
Sally,
Come on, wake up, wake up.
Sally,
Can I look at his hand to see if it's okay?
Make a death save. While they're fluffing around, make a death save.
I'm sure.
Sully, he looks unconscious.
That's 1 fail.
Oh my God, I'm curing wounds. Sorry, just need to calm down. I would like to cure wounds, please.
I'm into it. I'm into
Okay,
it.
I'm gonna roll a points equal to 1d8 plus your
I
spell.
want to go to the arcade.
I honestly think
1d8.
if this is not because he simply fainted because he has neglected to eat, then it's for attention.
4 plus 2, 6. I summon, and I'm just gonna heal you, hon. You're just not well. I'm making some rash decisions.
Oh my goodness.
Little no.
You little Nunu. You're just not well.
I like Pompous Cloud's comment that they thought that he was a rogue.
Like, no, he's
No, no.
Probably
a
just didn't
wizard.
have breakfast.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Can you imagine that happening in real life though? Like someone just swipes past and you're like, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, and this guy's like fighting for their lives.
I like the idea of Sully getting his own back again.
Oh my gosh.
So, have you ever had any character deaths?
Oh.
Have you ever had a
character deaths.
traumatic
I've
time when you've...
Well, because I've DM'd from the campaign that I'm playing in at the moment. I'm not often a player,
So, no, you've never had a character death.
As far as like killing characters as a DM, yeah, I've done it. I have never had a TPK though. I've never killed a whole party. I want to say yet, but you know, I'm hopeful that it won't happen.
Because they've really gotta earn it, right? They've gotta not be paying attention, or they've gotta like really.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like DMs usually give a few clues that suggest this isn't the time to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if you do a TPK, you're either doing it deliberately, or if it's by accident, then you must have missed something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not a good feeling. Or I don't say that from experience, because you know I've never done it.
So Aileen, you've only been playing for a little while, so you've gone in the 4th episode. Yes, the 4th episode.
Yeah. I almost.
Acapella was down.
Yeah, she went down, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to make a new one. No. And it was like, oh, I don't want to say goodbye to Acapella. No. But then I was like, ooh, but what are the possibilities of another? But I was like, no, step out of it. It's episode 4.
Can't do that.
I know, it's awful.
Yeah, we messed up the first trial, but the second one's going to be much better.
That's the logic there. No, but I was like, oh, I was so scared because that was the episode where we had 3 KOs in one episode.
4.
4. Yes, because towards
Because
the
Ronnie
end.
went down twice. Lana went down twice. Once from the bag,
That we just showed.
Yeah.
and then once from the
the
golem.
golem.
The sandy boy.
The Sandy boy.
The earth elemental?
Is
That's
it?
what it seemed like to me.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Have you ever had a character die?
No. No, not in anything that I've run or played.
No.
I've hit the ground a few times. One, and I'm sure some other players might have had this as well, but against a banshee,
Oh yeah.
I think it's easy to underestimate them because they've got a whale ability.
Yeah.
And if you fail that save, you instantly drop to 0 hit points. And it's so unassuming. You don't realize that's what you're in store for.
Yeah.
And that banshee, the 3 of us that were in the room, she got all of us, and we all dropped to 0, and we had a monk just rummaging through a bedroom.
In a different room.
In a different room.
Oh my goodness.
Who then facilitated our recovery.
Wow.
Yeah, but that was scary. You don't want to lose a character.
No, you don't.
No.
No.
And also, like, just banshees. I don't know. I feel like they're very close to my what's the sleep paralysis demon.
Oh,
You know, it's almost
yeah.
like a woman with like long hair, like
The ring.
But
yeah, the ring. Oh my god, that is my biggest nightmare. I'm not kidding you.
Gosh.
Like, the ring, Sadako or Samara from The Ring.
Yeah. Ooh.
I can't watch The Ring of the
Yeah.
Grudge to this day.
Put it in the campaign.
Oh no, please.
So do you have any, as a DM, as another lifetime DM, forever DM, memorable times where you've killed a player's character?
I do. So the only time that anyone else,
Dozens of them.
the only time that I'm a player is when my brother DMs, and I've never had a character death in his games. One of the memorable ones was we were playing a science fiction game. It's called Foresight. So I think that's what it's called. Amazing game. You would have loved it. Charts.
Oh.
Charts. For
Right.
charts.
Dungeons and
Right.
spreadsheets. You're here.
Right.
And in this game, we really focused on realism as opposed to larger-than-life characters. It was more on that kind of thing,
Cool.
and which was great. And so you spent a lot of time making characters, charts for eye color, charts for it's like
No.
Wow. Cool.
charts upon charts for making planets, and you spent a lot of time. And in the first session, one of the characters decided to come out guns blazing into a hallway full of guards, and I tried to say, look, this isn't Dungeons and Dragons. When you're dead, there's no resuscitation, resurrection. There's none of that. No, I'm gonna go for it. It's like in the first team,
Oh.
he was gone. The other one was a superhero campaign where my brother had a superhero got thrown out of an airplane, and he didn't have flight.
That sounds super cool until you get to the last one.
And my brother was furious.
Oh.
He's just
So mad. It's me.
he's that guy in the first scene in the movie Kick-Ass, you know.
Yeah.
Looks like he's gonna do something awesome.
Yes.
And just
Hey, we're gonna start. I have another question for you.
Oh yeah.
This is something that we talked about earlier that I was keen for you to share with them. You do something called Dungeons and Comedians.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do a show here in Christchurch at a theatre called Little Andromeda. And it's like there's a monthly show, Dungeons and Comedians, where the focus is on that the players typically, there's a range of experience within the players of how much they've played Dungeons and Dragons, but usually it's very little. But they are people who work in entertainment or theatre. So there's a few stand-ups, there's a few improvisers.
Thespians?
Thespians, even, yes. So it's those people applying, though they know not the rules of D&D, they can think on their feet and they can be resourceful. And so that's how they kind of get through their adventure. So we've just done a year of that.
and there's podcasts available.
Yes,
as well,
there's
isn't there?
podcasts. When I say we've done a year of it, we've actually done multiple years of it. But we've actually just finished our second arc now. But we're definitely going to be more coming in the future. There's just a quick diversion into Dungeons and Improvisers.
Oh.
Another whole different show. But yeah, that's it. Little Andromeda. It's some great stuff. I play Minotaur in that. Yeah. I've got a thing for playing like strong characters.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. Because you're so strong in real life.
It's because I'm not very strong in real life. So
I haven't seen you play in Dungeons and Comedians yet, but you've never let me know that you were in it.
Oh, sorry.
So
Probably because we're always sold out.
They're always
yeah, they're always sold out. It's really hard to get a ticket sometimes. I'm like, ah.
Do you have a link for the viewers? Or for, in chat?
No.
Like,
But you could find us on Facebook. That's probably the best way to find any of our events, but also our videos. Our videos are our audio content as well.
because I've seen that show and it just blew me away. It was
Oh,
so
good.
good.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's really funny. Yeah.
Hey, one other thing I wanted to talk about. I'm sorry, this is not even a graceful segue at all. This is quite a lurch. Is something that our audience probably doesn't know is that as well as being an artist, Andre is also the originator of the New Zealand Aotearoa D&D Facebook group.
Yeah. 7-8 years now we've been going.
Wow.
Yeah?
So, so we got upwards of 6,500 members. And so if you're looking for a place, you're in New Zealand and you want to talk about D&D or find a group, that's a good spot to head up. So find us on
I
Facebook.
will write that as a note.
Whenever because I'm a member on that as well, and I've definitely noticed that a lot of the chat is around, hey, I've just moved to insert the city
Yeah.
or neighborhood. Anyone around that wants to play?
There's people playing everywhere. Yeah, all over the place.
Yeah. So
And
what
I've learned a lot actually about sort of, different venues all across New Zealand that, I just had no idea how big they are in some really small sort of podunk towns. They're going for it. So, yeah.
So in terms of people are looking for groups wanting to get started, because as we said at the beginning, that we're really one of the things in this show that we want to do is to encourage people to actually, as well as watching the show, to get involved personally.
Yeah. Play
too.
the game.
So, what's your take on ways to do that?
Well, I mean, here in Christchurch, we run something called Wednesday Night D&D. Very creative name.
Oh yeah.
But it's at a place called Pop Stop in Riccarton. So we run like a few tables on a Wednesday night. So there, you'll find events like that sometimes if you, especially if you're on the Facebook group, where they'll have public tables where you can just sort of rock in. And otherwise, it's just doing it the old-fashioned way, just networking, meeting people, and yeah, Facebook's a great place to do that. We've also got a Discord group. So just saying, hey, I want to run this campaign.
I've always done it just by personally inviting people,
Yeah.
people that I know. And the problem that I have, actually, is that my group sizes grow.
Yeah. I've actually had to rein that in recent years. I wanted to run a three-player group, and I just eked out. I had to invite this fourth person.
I really like a 3-person group. That's what I usually DM.
Yeah, I usually DM 6 people groups, and then I ran recently a poll on our Facebook group. I said, what's your favorite group size? And I was amazed that 3 was so popular. I thought, okay, I've got to run a 3-person group for my next campaign.
That Jester guy apparently has recently joined your Facebook
Hey,
group.
welcome.
It's a great group. We post there as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. I'm part of a whole bunch of different D&D Facebook groups around the world. And it does seem that wanting to find how to join groups seems to be the most common chat thread.
Yeah.
By far. But have you ever had problems? Like, have you ever had people, have you had people trying to troll or,
Well, I mean, we're 7 years in, so we have thrashed the trolls out of our group at this point. It's a safe space, so fully welcoming, and actually it's really easy. Like, my job now is pretty easy. Now that we've sort of sanitized the group, got rid of all the bad elements, it's actually, it's quite easy to run. Strangely, now, it's 7,000 members, easier to run than when it was just, 1,000 or even less.
Gosh.
And it's actually it's one of the bigger groups in the world, I think.
Well, I mean, it's definitely the biggest in New Zealand.
It is, but I think even internationally, because I've looked up a whole bunch of different Facebook groups, and it is one of the biggest ones.
Yeah. We've absorbed several other role-playing groups in New Zealand, Facebook groups. That's actually sort of why we changed our rules to allow other gaming systems. Because originally we were like, no, it's just D&D, and if you talk about anything else, get out. We don't want your kind here. And now we're like, okay, people are over here because they're like Pathfinder groups and they can't find a game. So we're like, okay, we're just going to make it. It's a TTRPG group now, but it has the D&D label on it because that's the popular brand people search up.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, by all means, join us.
And I mean, heck, that was our first foray into D&D by the sounds of it. If you make the game you want to see in the world.
Yep, precisely so. Yep.
Because there are probably those people in your friend group who you can probably identify them. It's like, oh yeah, they would be interested in this.
Yeah.
You can do it 3 players. I've been part of 2-player campaigns as well, which I really, really enjoyed.
My brother and I.
3's a good target.
My brother and I have, throughout our whole life, if we haven't had anything else on, even through adulthood, I'll call him, hey, you want to... And so we have a couple of different campaigns, and one of them, he often runs 2 characters. If I'm DMing, he'll run 2 characters.
Wow.
Oh, right. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. But no, works with 2 people, 3. Our group size 4 is cool.
Yeah.
Anything more than 6 is difficult.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
Hey,
but yeah, by all means, find a group, and if you don't mesh well with the first group you find, just keep searching because your players are out there. You just got to find them.
Oh, Chad has had a character death before.
Oh.
Who was that?
That was Pompous Clown.
What was Connor
Only
getting
character
all the
I've ever
shout-outs?
lost was only 2 sessions old. Turns out Gnome Fighter is as badass ideas as That's awesome.
Oh, I mean, 2 sessions though. Still, I feel like there's a lot of love that still goes into that generation. I'm sorry. The 1-person campaign. Yeah, one person campaign.
I think that's called writing a novel.
I mean, what material is out there? Is there anything for 2 people sitting at a table? I'm taking you through an adventure. Have you encountered?
I've ran that before. I've ruined D&D for my wife by running a terrible, terrible game that was just me and her. The start of it was good, and then it was too difficult for me. Yeah.
Hey guys, we're going to start wrapping it up. As part of the wrap up, I strongly warmly invite you, that's perhaps nicer.
Strongly.
Do it.
Please, if you're not following us on Twitch, and if you haven't hit the bell icon, please do so. Getting more followers, of course, helps us a great deal. Thank you again to all our subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, we invite you to consider doing so. Thank you to our Patreons. You'll see in the screen that's been scrolling through all of our contact details for that. So Twitch subscribers, Patreons, thank you so much for all your support. We're going to have our show is going to be the 5th episode streams on Saturday afternoon if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, and noon on Sunday if you're here in New Zealand. Is there anything else I need to mention? Is there anything I forgot to mention?
Not something that you forgot to mention, but I'm just thinking of that drawing challenge again. I kind of want to do another one, but
You want to do another drawing
do
challenge?
another one. I'm just so curious, but if we don't have time, that's
I kind of want to do another drawing challenge.
because
Should we do a drawing challenge to finish off?
There's so many options on that roll table.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah, like you
All
did
right.
such a great table,
All right, I'm using this. So again, everyone in the chat, please give us 3
numbers.
3 numbers from 1 to 10, please, and we'll do one last drawing challenge.
What colors? Okay, I'm going to carefully select.
We got a 7.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Good
We need
choice.
2 more numbers.
2 more numbers.
Good choice. I do like the number 7.
10.
10!
Ooh.
7, 10, 3. Thank you. All right, let's check out what that is. 7, a gelatinous cube.
Ooh!
Gelatinous cube.
No drawing yet.
No,
Oh, no,
just
just
writing
writing
it
the
down.
thing.
A wig.
A wig.
A wig!
Gelatinous cube, wig, and a florist.
Oh, love this.
All right, are we ready?
Yes.
Gelatinous cube. Do you know what a gelatinous cube is?
I'm assuming it's a gelatinous cube.
You got it, mate. You got it.
It's a jelly cube.
Don't start yet. So gelatinous cube
Yeah.
is a classic thing that's only found in Dungeons and Dragons.
Ooh.
It's basically, imagine a cube of jelly that goes along dungeons, cleaning them out.
Like a Roomba.
They
Exactly.
dissolve things that they come across. So as they go over
Oh,
things,
deadly Roomba.
Yeah.
they swallow them up, and then things slowly dissolve in them.
Yeah, so you'll see like skeletons and swords and stuff in them.
Okay,
Oh.
are we ready?
They're awesome.
On the
my gosh.
marks, get set.
Okay,
Go.
let's go. All right,
Oh,
gelatinous
yeah.
cube. Let's
Okay,
go.
think of
Gelatinous
a Lamington.
cube, florist,
And wig.
wig.
Gelatinous Lamington.
I have no idea what I'm doing here.
How to cube. How to cube.
If anyone else wants to do one, feel free to do as well, and you can send it to the email address. That's just right there, dicelegends@qualsmedia.com. We'd love to post it up next time. But so if anyone wants to join our challenge, feel free to do a gelatinous cube with a wig and a florist.
Oh yeah, come on. Okay.
With a wig.
Well, how? I have no idea what I'm going to lose this challenge.
Yeah, I'm not winning this one. Yeah, wig.
Deadly jelly, that's right.
Come on, wig. Let's go, wig. Oh, wow.
Do you ever use wigs?
I sometimes use wigs.
I have a wig cap at home, like a literal cap with like blonde hair coming out of it. Sometimes I put it on if I'm feeling a bit mysterious.
Yeah.
Go to the library with it and I'm just
What
like,
kind of wig is it?
oh, just the very basic synthetic one. But apart from that, that's the only wig I've got, I think.
It's the only wig I've got. Don't look at my wig now. Wig now. It's just a lot halfway.
Oh, it's halfway, all right.
All right. Gelatinous cube florist.
Gelatinous cube.
Yeah, rap baby. Let's go. Yeah.
Na na
Ooh.
na na. Na 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 na.
Got some baby hairs.
How you feeling there, Andre? You feeling good?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Okay, cool. And in the middle is a. Oh, what's this? Oh, wow, what happened? Oh, no. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, there's a boot.
There's a boot.
Oh, there's an
There's a.
there. Oh dear, what happened here?
Oh, this is awful. This is true. This is the worst drawing I've done in my entire life. That is a lie.
Where's the grey
I've never
one?
had a wig, but Dolly Parton's the queen of wigs, isn't she?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what they say. She's got.
We'll always love you, gelatinous cube.
We've got about 10 seconds left.
Oy vey. La la la.
Okay, just a guy, clear image in your mind. Well, why don't you draw one and send it in to us? 3, 2, 1, stop!
Ah,
Pens down. Okay, Raylene. No. Reverse order.
reverse.
Yes.
Order?
Voice.
Yes.
Okay, get ready.
Oh my god.
Did you just see it?
Hey,
Don't. What? I want
are we ready? Okay, so ready for the votes? Please put like a V and your okay, so we got a gelatinous cube with a big bright orange wig. They got a bow in their wig, and the florist is being dissolved in the gelatinous cube. For some reason, the flowers have survived even though her face is melted off. All right, that's mine. Okay, thank you, Truby.
Wow, that was so beautiful.
All right, everyone.
I'm gonna give
rank that.
people time to give that.
Well, they might need
score
to.
that.
They might need to see a relative thing. All right. Go.
Okay, great. All right, here comes my gelatinous cube wig.
The big reveal.
Oh, that wig.
Wow! That's so good. And in here you can see bits of adventurer, a boot, an axe. But what's this? A horned helmet.
Oh no!
Oh wow! He's done it again. So
Because we figured out before, horned helmets equal more points.
If it was trying to convey that it was a dwarf.
so take whatever points you're about to give me and add one.
Okay, Andre.
All right, so here we have a florist in a gelatinous cube. The bones are dissolved.
Come on, let's see the picture.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the only thing that survived was the magic wig.
Oh, nice. It's a great
It's
skeleton.
pristine wig.
That is a
shiny, beautiful.
yeah.
That's very nice. I love the detail in the skeleton.
Yeah, it's pretty rush.
That's a
Yeah,
beautiful
nice.
skeleton.
For some reason, when I was in high school, drawing skeletons was just the thing that I did. I had characters and they were all just skeletons.
That is such a good skeleton.
Cool. Hey, thank you. And hey, by the way, Jasmine, first time chatter. Welcome to the stream. It's great to have you here.
Yeah,
Stick
yeah.
around.
Thanks for choosing a number.
Okay, and last but not least, the reigning champion.
Yeah.
Reigning champion from-
Might we add?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I have a florist. I have a gelatinous cube that ransacked the florist. And, it was just doing its Roomba duties there. And then it's just decided to leave early for work. It's got a pink wig on, a purple wig on. It took the cash register with it, if you can see.
Oh my
I'm
The detail.
Gotta have that money.
Oh, cash register in.
And we got
that.
like a little stick figure Will Smith there.
Yeah.
Just like,
It's like, that is my shop.
All right.
And
Okay.
it's running away.
Give us the number. So I'm out. I'm out.
That is really good. I love this Harajuku looking wig we've got here. Come on, Sailor Moon.
So at the moment, Truby is winning because the jester guy gave you an 11.
Thank
What?
you so much. Thank you so much.
And because of
So much to me.
because you begged for an extra point, Nas the Kato lay from 7 to 8.
I have no honor. I have no dignity.
Andre, you're doing well. You got a 10 and a 9.
Ooh.
Raylene, 10, 10, 10s.
Oh.
I have a 6 in there. Thank you. Wow, thanks, buddy. Just you're lucky that you're in Southern California, buddy.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Okay. Hey, look. I was about to start to tally our points, but I feel like chat is proven themselves quite capable of working out the averages there.
Once again, I feel like if we need to do like chat emojis, then this is
Gelatinous cube
this
with
is
a
the artist that
Harajuku
you
wig on.
want. Yeah.
I think Raylene should win simply because Truby's begging for extra points.
What's pathetic?
You didn't say we weren't allowed to beg for points.
It's just desperate. That's all.
Yeah? I will do whatever it takes to win.
Hey
Don't
guys,
say
hey look. Thanks so much. Follow, subscribe, like, all that kind of stuff. And Andre, thanks so much for joining
Yes.
us. This is
That was great.
our first live chat thing.
Been a pleasure.
Have you found it?
Yeah, I mean, settled straight into it, so
Nice.
I'd come again. Yeah.
Thanks so much.
I want to do it again.
It was good
Yeah.
fun. And thank you all in Chatland for joining us on this and sharing your thoughts and helping us with our challenges and helping to share the stories. So see you all on Saturday or Sunday. Oh, and I should mention, let's see if I can do this. I should mention a few things before we do. I'm going to try to do this. All right. Now, yeah. I know that's not the right thing.
Oh,
Okay?
okay.
I know that's not the right thing. And yeah, I know that's not the right
Look
thing.
at the table.
First thing is, hey!
Yes.
On Sunday for episode 5, Erin Wells is our guest player for this weekend. She's a vibrant, infectiously happy, laughy, lovely one, and she's going to be joining us for the show. And the other thing that's happening on Sunday, as well as Erin joining us, the good folks at Bea D&D, is it Bea D&D or Bea D&D? I've said Bea D&D. They're a wonderful games company here in New Zealand. They're supplying us with dice for a dice giveaway. So if you come along, we're going to be giving away some dice. And I've got a couple of challenges up my sleeve.
Is that an art challenge?
No,
Can you imagine?
I wish.
it won't be an art challenge.
I want to know.
So please come join us on Sunday and tell all of your friends in the entire world, in the entire universe even, if you know people off this planet.
in the multiverse.
Oh, multiverse. Oh, multiverse.
Tell them on the elemental plane of fire. Tell them on the elemental plane of air.
Yeah, and Earth.
Limbo,
The other one.
Purgatory. The 9 circles of hell.
Woo.
And the 7?
Seven
circles?
layers?
7, there's like,
Dante's
Layers of
Inferno.
Celestia.
yeah, the Celestia, that's right.
All right. See you guys later. Catch you later.
I love
Flying
you.
credits.
Ara, bye bye.